we know that you don't have sound because we were not talking yet. Hi, everybody.
Всем привет.
Wrong language.
How do you say it in Ukrainian?
Welcome our new translator.
How do you say it in Ukrainian?
Всім привіт.
Всем привет.
Almost.
Almost.
Okay, Ukrainian translator is happy at the very least, I can tell.
Yeah. I was looking up what it would take to live in Ukraine and get a Ukrainian passport, and they want you to be, what, B1 or B2 now in Ukrainian to get a Ukrainian passport.
B1 in Ukrainian. Pretty fluent.
Yeah. Well, see.
We'll see, maybe.
Wouldn't be the craziest thing to happen, right? Ukraine might end up being the safe place to live.
For those of you who didn't watch the news yet, we have one more war on this planet. Because Israel and United States attacked Iran yesterday evening our time. Probably it's early morning your time, most of you. So we probably should do better job in being better bodhisattvas. So the best thing you could do this morning or evening is to come to this class.
Yeah, we could dedicate it to peace. Lots of good people caught up in bad situations.
Yeah. No, Saulesha from Kazakhstan. Okay. Yeah, let's dedicate, I don't know.
At least none of our students this time were in the country trying to get a visa when the bomb started. Yeah,
we had Yulia in Israel that was attacked by Palestine, trying to get out of the country the morning.
She was at the airport when it got attacked.
Yeah, so please be safe and don't get discouraged that you are not that powerful to stop your bad seeds right now. So
you can stop them. It just takes time.
Takes time.
This is one of the things we were talking about earlier. I was looking, one of the constant comments, not complaints, constant comments, is that people, it takes too long. You know, like, it takes too long. I'm not going to do this. It takes too long. And then I was looking it up. And there was a man I knew, he was a trader. A very successful futures trader in Chicago, a very wealthy man, and he trained other people how to trade futures. And he used to always say, you can count the seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples in a seed. And this works the same way, right? And so I looked and I was like, well, how long does it take to make an apple tree grow? And like a good apple tree takes 10 years, right? Mm-hmm. So, well, that doesn't mean that like I'm not going to grow apples, right? Like I'm not interested. That takes too long. I'm just going to eat the apple and forget about it. Mm-hmm. Well, no, if it takes 10 years, it takes 10 years, right? And then you just have to be patient. And then, you know, so when you see somebody that has millions of apples, billions of apples, and they're behaving badly, well, they're not getting the apples because they're behaving badly. They're getting the apples because a long time ago, they planted a bunch of them. And then, you know, you get one apple tree. Well, then it's easy, right? Then you've got 1,000 apples and you can eat 100 and plant 900 and then you're on your way, right? But the karma is going to work exactly the same way.
You can make a theory that you have the right for these apples because you are God
likes you. God likes you more than the other people.
Until your apple tree is dead.
Well, or you know, you could reasonably say it's random because this guy's behaving badly and he has lots of apples, and this guy's behaving really generously and they've been at it for 9 years and don't have any apples. Right? I mean,
they will never have them.
yeah, right. And they'll never get them. It's never going to happen.
Right? 9 years went by and no apples.
Nothing but planting apple seeds. Just a waste of time.
Okay.
That's true,
I hope
right?
you understand what we say.
No, it's the way it's karma.
If
And
not, that's fine.
yeah, do we all wish it was going quicker? Sure, yeah, I mean, but got to work with what you got.
Mhm.
The other thing too that was interesting, we were talking about it on the car ride in this morning. And so, we went through the vows that were based on the six perfections.
Mhm.
And I thought, well, isn't it kind of interesting that generosity comes before ethics? Like you'd think, oh, well, okay, you better behave right. Oh, don't kill, don't steal, no sexual misconduct. But that's not the one that comes first. Generosity comes first. And then we were thinking about it, and it's hard to behave ethically if you don't have what you physically need. Tell somebody who's starving not to steal, right? Like like that song goes, I don't mind stealing bread from the mouth of decadence anyway. Song from 30 years ago. And
Good luck, translators.
yeah, right. Sorry. But there's the idea that like if you're poor, it's okay to steal from the rich. And it's hard. It's hard to behave ethically if you don't have what you need. And we've seen it too with our classes, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh boy. But well, we have Miljonas Pavirki is our
Financial Freedom Club.
Financial Freedom Club, and we've seen it with people that they show up, they want to raise, they want to pay their bills, and they get some success, and that
Get more interested.
and then oh, okay, well that's interesting, now what? So anyway, these were just thoughts we had on vows and why you want to keep your vows and your ethics.
Yeah, and why we want to continue in the Financial Freedom Club, because it looks like it's a very good funnel. First, you improve a little bit your money situation, then you want to be ethical, right?
If you were, and I know we've done this before, but if you started with us in the Miljonas Pavirki in the Financial Freedom Club, just put a little like party popper or plus or something in the chat so that we.
Yeah, if somebody is here because of the Financial Freedom Club, put a plus.
Just put something in the
for
comments.
us to
a heart or a comment or something so we can see if you're there. See if what I'm saying is true.
okay.
Один,
2,
два, три, четыре,
Oh.
пять, шесть,
Wow, okay.
семь, восемь. Yeah, there you go. Well done.
Oh wow. At the very least 10 people I can see. Okay, anyway, let's go. Close your eyes. Yes. I think you can study prayers. Maybe we should teach prayers also at some point. I think we were doing last time, but let's do it differently. Close your eyes and think about your life right now, and imagine that you are perfect in keeping your 6 perfections vows, the ones that we have just finished last time. You are generous, ethical, never get angry, full of joy, because you are doing something you like, that you want to do, that is, you're planting good seeds with what you're doing. You're happy. You are able to meditate deeply, and you understand profound wisdom, the way the reality works. And because you understand this wisdom, you go even deeper with your generosity, ethics, patience, joy, and concentration. You're helping people nonstop, and you're also people, right? You are one of people you help. And imagine someday your seeds will ripen. And just see it for yourself. I will not be describing it to you. Just try to imagine how the reality will look like when all these beautiful seeds will ripen. Think about the fact that this beautiful world comes from you sitting now in the class and from your understanding how it functions. And make an offering of this future happy world to everybody who ever taught you and who will ever teach you. And the only way it is possible is because you can change what you think, what you say, and what you do. This is the real trick. Otherwise, everything is empty. Go back to your breathing, open your eyes. Ta-da! You can start.
Start. Where are we? Okay. So we did the vows for the 6 perfections, and now we are on to
Acting as a bodhisattva.
acting as a bodhisattva. Bodhisattva.
How people will see you, what exactly they will think about.
So I vow to reach total happiness permanently for the sake of other people. Bodhicitta. Okay, so the first one, not helping other people. So the first one is not going to help somebody who's in need, right? So somebody needs help and you say, I'm not going to do it. There's a very famous study that they had where we've talked about this before. The seminarians, people who were in a formal program to become priest, and they had an appointment and they were late for the appointment, and they would walk past somebody who was very sick and like lying there in the street, and then they say, well, okay, these people are training to be kind priest, and then how many of them will stop to help this person even though they're running late? And then like 9 out of 10 of
That
them.
was the exam.
Yeah, the real
exam.
Yeah, the real exam was to see if they would stop, right? It was a study to see, and like 9 out of 10 of them didn't stop. They had an appointment to keep, and so the person was just laying there. And so we say, and it's not that that's a Christian thing, right? Or a Buddhist thing, or an atheist thing. It's a human thing, right? I've got an appointment. I don't want the difficulties that would come from being late to my appointment, so I'm not going to help you. And very, very, very common, because these were people who they did care, they were kind, but they get caught up. So this one, not helping someone in need, is probably more common than what you'd think it is, because if the seminarians, if the priests in training did it, we're probably going to do it also.
Just put a little bit pressure on the person.
Yeah, and so the list of things that they give here
is on the slide.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's maybe not.
It's a little different.
Complete.
Yeah.
But
So it's things like washing dishes, helping travelers, teaching or skills or a language. And then, so, just it's a pretty broad category, frankly. But then, of course, there are exceptions, right? If you're sick, if you're already helping somebody else somewhere else, if you're involved in a higher task already, if you can send somebody else to help them. This one's funny. Too dumb to learn. Was a little surprised to see that one in there.
Michael was talking about this, that he himself had to stop teaching somebody English language because they were too old to learn, the old monks, and he spent several years teaching them and there was no progress.
Yeah, it just goes around in a circle. Well, that's fair enough, don't have the capacity. If they have some other way of getting help, if you want to teach them a lesson, I'd be careful with that one also.
Probably does not apply to us.
Yeah. Or if helping creates more problems than it solves. And I've seen times when, there would be some student in McMichael's circle that was creating problems, and he would ask them to leave. Pretty rare. And he was extremely tolerant of people learning. But it could get to the point where, if somebody was physically destructive, or if they were just really hurting the group or disturbing the class to the point where other people couldn't study. I've seen him ask people to leave and not come back. But that's going to be pretty rare. Far more often, we're going to be seminarians running for a late appointment.
So for specific situations, because when you will get your vows and you will get a little book, like maybe you will have to print it yourself because we are online mostly. Maybe Chicago people will get a book from us. We will see what we can do. But more or less it looks like that, and you will have all the vows. And there are more than 64 for the Bodhisattva part. Why? Because many vows, they are split into several different occasions, and you will see what you see on the screen. Help someone when you will break the vows if, for example, you don't help someone who is undertaking their task. What Bill said, if it's not harmful, not dangerous, the task they undertake. Or somebody is trying to protect their belongings, learns a skill or a language, they will be separated in skill or language. And virtuous events. So don't get surprised when you will get more than 64. So correct. I think the next question is about two specific minds.
Well, it's the vow is to avoid helping sick people, but then it has the two states of mind associated with it.
Yeah. And other actually vows, secondary vows, they have the same
okay, I see you're going
state of mind.
Yeah.
So the first is and the first two are called related to mental afflictions. But in Tibetan, if you study Tibetan, you will have a very vague name of those two, because they are called those two. Those two states of minds, Sam Ni. So if you see Sam Ni, that's the afflicted ones. And if you see Shen is in Tibetan other, right? Shenni, then it will means non-afflicted ones. To afflicted to non-afflicted. Malice, out of desire to hurt someone, and in your vows there will be like you. Let me even find it. Like out of anger and laziness, which actually here combines malice, anger, and regular laziness and spiritual laziness, you do not help sick people. This is how you will see it in your vows. And there will be out of anger and laziness, blah, blah, blah. There will be a lot of them, like you do not help somebody to learn a language, or you do not help somebody to get to some place. So now you know that what it means actually is 4 things. One is malice, narsem, I want to hurt somebody. Can you imagine how evil it is, like not to help a sick person because you want to hurt them? Or because you're angry, control, anger.
I think, honestly, I think it's would be easier to get to that point than
gradually, right?
Well, than what you might think initially, right? Like if you're sitting here and you're not being challenged, it's like, well, of course I would help you. But then I've read stories of medical people in combat situations, and they first start out, and I'm going to help everybody, like everybody's, and then they get there, and over time they lose their sympathy for the enemy combatants, and like, I'm never helping the other side, I'm done. And I've read accounts recently of people like that. They said, I was going to help everybody, but now I've seen the damage they're doing, I'm done helping them, and you lose your compassion.
I think it's very easy to lose your compassion if you do not follow Bodhisattva vows.
Yeah.
So 6 times a day, otherwise you will lose your compassion, even you are a good person. I mean, that's the problem.
Yeah, if you think that the evil is in them,
no.
It's very easy if you think it's self-existent, right? And if you think it's completely unrelated to your own anger, then it's easy to say, well, I'm going to punish you. I'm not going to help you. You lie there and be in pain.
And unfortunately, even for people following spiritual path, you may get into a problem of the 9th year of an apple tree, right? Like really, you think, oh, nothing works. Like I was trying to behave, I was following my Bodhisattva vows. Or you know what, it didn't really work. You don't even think that you will not follow your Bodhisattva vows, like clearly. But on the back of your mind, you kind of allow yourself to sleep from the vows, like to kind of like 2 realities going on in your mind. One is you're still a Bodhisattva at some level. And another one, you restart acting normally, like anger to anger, critics, be critical to criticizing. Sorry, lost my English. So we should be careful.
And this is the example from the king of Kalinka, right? In the Diamond Cutter Sutra, where the Arya was teaching the queen in the forest, and teaching her about this stuff. And then the king sees him, and he thinks that he's going to
something bad
going on. And so he takes him, and they start cutting his fingers off, joint by joint. And the Arya, he's feeling pain, right? It's not that you don't feel pain at that point, but because he understood emptiness and where things coming from, he doesn't get mad at the king. It's like, okay, well, this is some past deed that's ripening as this. And so he doesn't get mad. So it's hard to do, right?
Okay.
And one more point. What's the difference between malice and anger? It's like, why are there two different ones? If you remember, anger is being happy when something bad happens to somebody, like, oh, okay, haha, glad that happened to
No,
you.
you want something bad to happen.
But that the anger is being glad when something bad happens to somebody. Jealousy is being unhappy when something good happens to somebody, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like from the ignorance.
And jealous.
Yeah, from, if you remember from the wheel of life, there's ignorance is at the root of all of this. And then out of ignorance comes anger and jealousy. And so, again, anger is being happy when something bad happens to somebody. Malice is active. Let me finish. Malice.
Sorry, psychologists disagree slightly.
Malice is being active. I want to hurt you.
Yeah.
I'm going
okay,
to make.
That's it.
I'm going to make this happen.
Anger is prerequisite for malice.
Yeah, well, anger can be like past. It's like, oh, yeah, like, like it's a subtle difference, right? Anger, I'm happy that something bad happened to you. Malice is, I'm going to make something bad happen to
you. Anger may be not being happy that something bad happened to you. Anger can be, I want something bad to happen to you. And malice is kind of you're up to, you're ready to hurt.
Malice is more active.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you hurt.
Yeah.
And then
anger can be just emotion.
Well, yeah, and anger can be passive, right? Like, I'm angry at you, but I'm not going to say anything or do anything.
Passive aggression, right? Yeah. Also anger.
Yeah.
Anger has so many different surfaces. If you feel offended by somebody, resentment, like you had your boyfriend at school and you still do not like to see them, guess what? You have resentment. Or you don't like your in-laws, right? Parents of your husband or wife, or you don't talk to your ex-wife, guess what it is? You don't want to talk to your parents, guess what it is? That's anger, that's resentment. What else? Then pity, when we do not want to do something for another person, but they are so poor that we have to, right? I kind of hurt myself because I need to help you. That's also anger. Don't do it. Like, if you cannot really help another person, then find a way to help in a different way, or find somebody else to help them. Don't hurt yourself and be angry. The other two is to other state of mind. We can go back to slides. They are not related to kleshas, to mental afflictions, because they are more passive, like anger or malice, I want to hurt you, right? Those two almost look innocent, but people break probably more vows with those two than with the first two. I don't know if there was somebody tried to count, but I guess it, okay, slow down. I can see it. I guess it's competitive, right? First is Lelo. Can we see the sides? Lelo is laziness. Actually, the other two are both lazinesses, just different kinds of laziness. Lelo is just normal laziness. I am even not addicted. Addicted is a too big word here. I just have my usual, regular, low-level, non-virtuous behavior, like watching Netflix or talking for no reason with my friends, like no real subject, just blah, blah, blah. Going to a bar every night, just because it's my habit, because I'm doing it for many years, gossiping or like, I don't know, watching, even good stuff can be low level activity if it's just a habit, right? Like, I don't know, there are many good anime that I think are great, but if it's every day, you know, and just because I like it, then it's lelo. Because I don't feel like I will make an effort today to meditate or to study. It doesn't mean that you don't have to relax, you have to, but not only relax. So addicted to low level activity is the lelo. Then there is spiritual laziness. It's when I am not happy. It's not that I'm not happy. It's I'm kind of forgetting that I have this high vows. I just do not. It's even not that I disrespect them actively, but they are not my first priority. You see, if I'm not doing 6 times a day my book, then it's a sign it's not my first priority, definitely. It's a sign that you may have this one, because it's just kind of McMichael at several points he was saying that this is one of the way kind of demons work. They distract you, right? So you have something else, and the priority of your vows kind of slips away. It's not that you are actively disrespecting them. It's not that you are, I don't really like failing to take joy in doing good deeds. It's not it even. You kind of forget that it is important for you. I remember reading a very interesting book written by, I'm not sure she was a nun or somebody, like My Postmortem Adventures. I read it in Russian. I'm not sure it is translated, but it was about a lady who died. And she went to paradise, then she went to, how you call it, in between paradise and hell.
Purgatory or Bardo or Purgatory.
Purgatory, yeah, like
that's
where
the
they
middle
clean
ground.
you.
Yeah, it's not heaven or hell. You're kind of waiting.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful description how your mind changes in different kind of conditions or different worlds, if you want. Like first, she was told she cannot stay in heaven because she was just faint in there. She cannot stand being in heaven. And then she said, you know what, you have to clean yourself a little bit. You have to go lower, you have to work on yourself, and then you can come, you're welcome to go back, to come back. And her angel accompanies you to this purgatory, to this cleaning lands. And first she's like, oh, I'm so grateful, while she's still, you know, higher somewhere. Oh, I'm so grateful. My angel, he's with me. I will be fine because he will never leave me. Then she goes down her mind. And in the book was very beautiful because the writer, like, she kind of leaves the thought, and then a new thought, already lower level of consciousness. Mm-hmm. And then she said, boy, where I am? Who's this white guy here? And then next, even lower, why he is mumbling to me? Boy, I'm irritated. Yeah. Same angel. And then he tells her, don't go to the black rocks, go to the sea. And then she said, boy, he was annoying. Thanks God I got rid of him. Okay, black rocks, good. And she goes exactly in the wrong direction. So, and all her good intentions, all her wisdom is just slipping away. I think this is a very beautiful example how it feels like Bodhisattva vows. Oh my goodness, it is the most important thing I have. And then okay, my 6 times book. Where's my 6 times book?
Yeah, I've seen it happen with people where they'll show up and they'll have for years lots of enthusiasm. I literally see miracles, and then but they'll have kind of a low level energy for doing the projects or whatever it is that they're working on. And then it takes a lot of goodness to see extraordinary things. And it kind of slowly slips away from them because they're not renewing it. And I've seen it. And I remember talking with one of my friends who was in this situation, and he goes, like you said, well, what about that? And what about, what about all these things that happened? And he's like, well, yeah, something's up, but I don't know what. I'm like, oh my gosh, so you just got to go back and live a normal life, Well, anyway, I've seen it happens. You have to be a gardener. You have to keep replanting the seeds, or they'll slip away.
Yeah, and the second
we're not out yet.
And the second kind of part of this spiritual laziness is when you do something good, you don't really take joy. It's like another way to talk about priorities, right? If your spiritual life is your priority, then you will take effort to maintain the vows, and you will be happy in good things you're doing. And if not, what happens to you? You do not advance spiritually, says McMichael. You don't see angels, you don't have amazing results because you don't keep your bodhisattva vows purely. And it means review broken vows, fix them, and go on and go on. Otherwise, even secret teachers will not work for you, for those who do not keep bodhisattva vows. That's the sad truth.
When does Geshe, today's Saturday, when does Geshe teach?
In 1 hour.
Exactly 1 hour? So like in 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So when do we've got a lot of material to cover, and I'm wondering.
We have 15 minutes.
I
think
okay.
we are doing.
Okay. And so we're going to finish by what time?
By 12 our time.
Exactly. Or should we give them a break before Geshe class starts?
No.
No laziness here.
Sorry, guys. We'll try to give you a little break, but I don't think so, to be honest. Because otherwise we will steal your vows from you.
I would give you 5 minutes so you can direct your anger and malice at her.
And your regular and spiritual laziness, don't direct it to anybody, just burn it.
Yeah, there you go. All right. We ready? Next one?
Yeah.
You do. Similar, number 37, not to try to stop anyone's mental or physical suffering. Same as not helping the sick, except
we can stop slides. Not 15, 50, 50. Probably Russian translation was 15 minutes. 50.
So not trying to stop mental or physical suffering. So, like sick is like, oh, I've got pneumonia. Mental suffering, I'm depressed, or physical suffering, I'm cold, I'm tired. You're not necessarily sick, but you don't have to be sick to suffer. So basically very similar though to being sick. So, and if you look here, if you see in the notes, it says same exceptions as for number 36, which is not helping the sick, but then the exceptions for not helping the sick,
if somebody can
help, are the same as not helping people who are in need.
Yeah.
So it's all the same exceptions, like if there's some higher reason why you can't help them.
Or you're not capable.
Or you're not capable of it. Yeah. So that's what I got on that.
We can stop slides because I don't think. Can I see the?
Which one? Answer G.
Okay, those. We try to follow both the the vows and the answer keys, but yeah, okay. We don't need slides right now. So what? 38, right? 38 in Tibetan Bakme Namla Rikmitun. And it is acting carelessly, karmically, without any good reasons. So you do not try to reason people who do something that will hurt them in the future. Right?
Yeah, my son Will, he's 25, and he's leaving. He left yesterday. I took him to the airport, and he's going to go skiing in Vancouver. And he's famous for being, in English we say a daredevil, a horrible daredevil. He has no fear. And like every summer, like both of his arms have been all put back together with metal, because he's broken them very different ways. The last
does
time
not look like it stops him.
Well, the last time he went to Vancouver, he was mountain biking, and so he got about 30 seconds of that in before he went off a jump and shattered his arm. And I've got a picture of anyone. So I told him, so I'm reasoning with him before he went. I said, please don't come back injured. I don't want to know what happens when you have an arm full of metal and then you break it again. So he said he's 25. So hopefully he's getting a little better.
Yeah, so you don't try to stop people from their future sufferings, basically. You exceptions is you are not capable of stopping them, or they have somebody else and they will stop them, or you send them to talk to somebody else, maybe spiritual teacher that they have on their own who will correct them. Or that they will do it whatever you will say, or they will not listen to you, or you want to teach them a lesson. Maybe Bill wanted to teach Will a lesson by driving yesterday to the airport. I don't know.
But I think when they say you want to teach them a lesson, it means you want to punish them. You want to let them.
And McMichael said that Ken Rinpoche has done it to him many times.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they say, well, somebody asked for permission to do something stupid, and you say, okay, yeah, go ahead, give it a try. You want to touch the stove? Yeah, I told you not to touch the stove, but if you really insist, go ahead and touch the stove, see what happens.
Yeah, it's like
that was
with my son. I kind of was mostly this doing this stuff. Like he was 9 months old, I remember, and oh my goodness, he was unstoppable. He was everywhere. Like the moment he started crawling, I lost
your authority.
No, I lost my peace because he was crawling faster than I was running. So and he really wanted the iron. He really wanted it. And 9 months, I mean, you cannot really explain anything. And I remember I decided I will let him do it. And he did it. And for next 2.5 years, he never touched the iron. So, okay. Next, failing to repay someone who helped you. I mean, somebody was kind to you, and think how cruel would be not to help them to somebody who helped you. Like, it's weird, right? So against bodhisattva behavior, there are exceptions, and this is not to outdo them. Like in some countries, in India, there is a like almost a ritual. They offer you something, you have to outdo them. Then you outdo them, then they have to outdo you, and it can be insane. This is, by the way, how the wheel of life live painting was painted. One of the kings tried to outdo the other king. So, I mean, and by outdo meaning send a bigger present. So if you think that this is a competition, then you are allowed not to. And if you like try to help other people as fast as you can, exception can be your wait for a better opportunity to repay them, or you think they will be embarrassed or uncomfortable, or they prefer not to be repaid, or you want to teach a lesson out of your great love and compassion. And basically that's it. That's it for this one. Failing to stop someone's grief?
Yeah, the next one, failing to stop someone's grief. This grief is when people are sad about something that's happened. Similar. It's
same exceptions than the very first ones that we had.
Basically, if you can't do it, or if there's something else.
Sick, already committed, doing spiritual task, you can refer to somebody else. They will not understand you. Maybe they speak a different language. You don't have capacity. They have other sufficient means. You teach them a lesson. I don't know which lesson would be if someone is in grief problem. Probably not many, right? Or it will help to create much more problems.
So this is there. You probably have seen it, right? There was the monkey who lost its mother in Japan, punch monkey. And so they gave him
monkey. Not monk.
A monkey. And so they gave the monkey a little mother monkey, the doll to hang around with. And so, they were helping him with the grief, right? So anyway, very cute. Everybody was all motivated to help a monkey. And frankly, I couldn't help but think that
Bill was showing me the punch monkey every day, the news about punch monkey. Oh, the big monkey
beat up
on the punch monkey. I cannot believe it. How cruel monkeys are.
Yeah. Well, but apparently there's like a line hours long now to like go see the monkey with his doll because he was grieving and carrying the mother monkey doll around. And so
because his mom refused to have him. So
well, yeah. And so if we should have that kind of compassion for humans.
Yeah, instead of
it's just the monkey's kind of cute, right?
Yeah.
So
okay. Not given material assistance.
Could you imagine if people waited in line for hours to help somebody who was grieving?
To help someone who is grieving.
Yeah. Everybody's waiting. I mean, there's literally people waiting like the line. I saw a picture of it. People are lines for hours to go see the monkey.
I think also they want to see it. I'm not sure they want.
But they feel compassion for the monkey.
Probably, yeah.
Like, I mean, I've seen people, they're crying. Oh, the monkey got bullied, And people have this outpouring of care for the little monkey.
I think every human is good in their heart. Just for some reason, the heart may be frozen.
Oh, we get caught up in our own problems, right?
Yeah. I think if we will see directly how bad the suffering of other people is, like probably almost anybody, except they have some kind of psychotic or bad psychological issues, will want to help.
Probably part of it too is that, okay, so you have a monkey that's grieving. It's easy to hand him a toy, right? When humans are grieving, it can seem helpless or harder, right?
Especially if you don't have the skills, right?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's quite easy. If you have skills, then you have another problem. You don't have enough time for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, maybe we should write a couple books. Maybe people will be helped with the books. Like it will be like a mom toy for a punch monkey.
Mhm.
Okay, next one. Not giving material assistance to someone in need, who needs material assistance. Like, I don't think it's a difficult one. I mean, somebody needs help and you have you have possibility to help and you don't help. I mean, that's for sure not very bodhisattva behavior, right? So, except having what would be a motivation, same. You want to hurt them, this is why you don't give. You are angry, you don't care, you do not respect your vows, this is why you don't help. Exceptions is they have exception is you do not have what they need. I mean, you cannot provide them, or what they need is harmful. Like, I want money and I will buy drugs, right?
Mhm.
Then it's okay not to give money if you suspect that they will. I think this is still not on the screen. We didn't come to this one yet, so we can stop the slides. Next one.
Failing to take care of the needs of your students, number 42.
Okay, that's a scary.
Well, you know,
teachers.
The idea for all of this is that you'll take the 18 courses and that you'll teach these to other people, right? So that this knowledge spreads. So everybody here, you know, it's a teacher training course. And you will, if you study and if you're sincere, you will end up with students. And then they'll have needs. And, you know, are you going to take care of them? And, you know, like for Geshe-la, he was working in the diamond industry. He was making a lot of money. He has very simple physical needs. He could have easily just sat in Howell, New Jersey and translated and never talked and, you know.
Win the competition with Art Engel.
Yeah, right. Art was the other translator who was good.
And who was more advanced than McMichael by the time he showed up.
And then, you know, I've seen them, you know, students come and, you know, they need things like money. Like when we were going into 3-year retreat, there were people who didn't have the money to build a cabin, and you know, Geshe-la raised it for them. When we were in retreat, I mean, there were all kinds of problems, and one person raised the money to keep us there, and that was Geshe-la. I mean, it was, I forget it, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to keep 30 people in retreat. And you know, and he was traveling around the world and talking to people and just all kinds of troubles that came with it. And we knew we could count on him, right? Like nobody said, oh, he's just going to give up. I mean, it's funny to even think about, right? Geshe-la saying, oh, the hell with it, I'm done, I'm quitting. And so anyway.
And he still does it. I mean,
all the time.
I mean, you imagine it's a little bit difficult to take care of your students if you have like 300,000 of them, right?
Yeah.
You don't have time. I mean, you will die before you will meet all of them directly. And still, I mean, the day before yesterday, there was a celebration of Venerable Jigme is going to be 75, and there was a gathering like to congratulate her with her anniversary. And guess who paid all the gathering? Many people. McMichael did.
Yeah.
So
for people, I think most of you will know Jigme. Venerable Jigme is a nun who's been there since the New York days in the 90s.
35 years serving him or something like it, like 35 years serving McMichael.
Yeah.
So exceptions?
the exceptions that would make sense, right? Let's see, where am I? You're too sick. Again, to teach the student a lesson. And
I will not teach you
well,
until you behave.
if it would break monastic vows, if the students can do it for themselves, you don't have to do things for them if they're capable of doing it for themselves.
They have 2 legs, 2 arms, 1 head. They can work. You don't have to pay for them.
Or if they are incorrigible, fancy word, and would not make progress. Meaning if they're just not going to learn, if they're stubborn.
Yeah.
That's pretty rare, honestly. I mean, out of the hundreds of those students I've seen, there's only been a few like that.
Yeah. The exceptions, they prove the rule, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Always an exception. 43. That one was very important for me because I was thinking that if I am right, I have the right to be cold to other people or to ignore them or to I disagree with you, and they will, keep distance and will show you that you're not right or something. So if you are a bodhisattva, you cannot do it, okay? You don't have the right. You should get along with others. That's the next one. Why you do not want to make effort? Same things like malice, anger, ordinary laziness. You just prefer to do something that is easy to do instead of spiritual work. And spiritual laziness, meaning that you just forget and you don't put vows as a priority. Exceptions. You know it will not work. Like a person will get even angry at you. It happens, right? So stop your efforts. Or will not cooperate, almost same. Will make it worse, same, almost, right? It will not work. They are teaching wrong spirituality. Okay, that's an important one. If you know somebody who is saying, I don't know, there are 5 laws of karma or 3 steps or whatever, which is also very delicate because if it's a teacher of our lineage, you should be careful, very careful. If they're really making mistake or it's some kind of marketing stuff, right? And they are putting the carrots in front of new students, right? And you may think they, like, I don't know, let's put us as an example. Ina and Bill are going crazy because they are teaching Financial Freedom Club. No, Ina and Bill are not going crazy. They try to make teachings approachable for people, practical, right? And every single teacher in our lineage is doing the same, as far as I know, one way or another.
Well, I was skeptical when Geshe-la first started teaching that.
Yeah, and many people are.
Like, oh, he's a monk. You can't have more than 2 meters of cloth. Why are you teaching people to get rich? That's not what I came for. I came for the Dalai Lama and, a monastic life. And, oh, that's okay. And then you read more and you're like, okay, well, that's the first thing that Lord Buddha taught was generosity and how to, so it doesn't mean that you're going to get caught up in a consumer lifestyle. But anyway, yeah, it was easy to.
Okay.
And this is kind of related to the next one, failing to praise someone's good qualities or something good they said. I know that's number 44. And there can be this kind of pride that imagines that you're better than the other person. I remember once, 20 years ago, Geshe-la said, well, you think you're better than your teacher. and it was like, and I remember thinking, well, okay, yeah, I'm a pilot and you're a hippie, I'm better. There was some kind of, like, I wouldn't have said it out loud. I wouldn't have, like, I could admit it now because it's clearly ridiculous, Yeah, there was some part of me that it was like, yeah, well, I would look better in a suit than you do, I'm better than just pure ignorance on my part, right? But that can keep you from saying nice things to people, right? Like I'm
One of extraordinary qualities of Bill is so sincere. Sometimes hurts.
we're all doing it, right? I just say it out loud. Uh, so anyway, uh, okay, exceptions. When can you not praise somebody? You're sick. If it would make them uncomfortable, you're waiting for a better opportunity. They would get a big head and have problems, or they're teaching people wrong things. So, exceptions.
45, failing to cut off a person when it's necessary. Okay, what does it mean? It means that either you stop them from saying something, or you're creating a conflict, right? Very much non-bodhisattva, it looks like, right? But not because you want. Actually, 99% of the time you are like, oh my goodness, I have to do it. Boy, I don't want to do it. And sometimes you have to. What does it mean? It means they hurt themselves, basically, probably together with a bunch of other people. And let's think about an example. I have an example. There was one person who was a volunteer in one of our groups, and was definitely like, it's not that the person was intentionally hurting people. Probably it can happen also. Like in one of the monasteries recently, they decided to kick out one person because they found it was dishonest when they came to the monastery. It can happen at the monastery also. But in my case, what I remember, it was just a person could not manage mental afflictions, and it was hurting many, many, many other people in the team. Like we had like 100 of volunteers or something. And I had to have a talk and be blunt. I said that I will have to remove you from the team, because you are hurting a good, big, good project, and you have to do it if you see somebody is hurting. Another case, okay, I can stop myself from in Kyoto. There was, I will not tell you who it was, but a very nice young lady. I know her for 1 or 2 years probably, and somebody was telling their story, and they said like, I'm for a long time in these teachings, like, and that was like 4 years, and I just said, oh, 4 years, it's not long, and I made the comment just to people who were around me, not to the audience. And then she came to me, and she said that she was fighting with herself, and she decided to tell me, because she is keeping this vow, and she has to tell me as a bodhisattva that I was behaving badly, that I said how to say, put down the person, that she is not for a long time in these teachings. And I mean, okay, I listened. I didn't know what to say, because kind of the person is, trying to keep her bodhisattva vows, right? It's a good thing. Then I had several discussions in my head while I was listening, and I decided to tell her, okay, congratulations with keeping your Bodhisattva vows. Because, I had in my mind something totally different from what she was thinking. I was thinking that I'm not for a long time in the teachings also, and I'm like for 12 or how many years? 12 years? Bill sometimes thinks that he's not for a long time in the teachings after his 3-year retreat. And for me, it was something totally different. I was thinking like in 4 years, I literally knew not much, to be honest. But she didn't ask me like, did you really mean to be evil? She just told her story and she ran away. I was like, yeah, okay, probably I did correctly that I didn't start explaining myself, etc. But in a way, us both, we did correctly, you see. So she has seen something according to her story. And she was like, she had a fight in her head, like she went to tell me something. I am an authoritative figure for her, like it was a big deal for her. And she probably planted good seeds for herself, right? Then I didn't stop her with my authority or something like, how dare you tell me or something. And I was like, yeah, okay. I checked myself. Did I have bad intention? No, I didn't. She's planting good seeds. Let her plant her good seeds and let her go. That's it. So it's quite possible that she will be right and you will be right also. Something like it. I hope it illustrates the story. Next.
Let's see, are we on 45 or 46?
46.
46.
That's it.
Okay. Failing to use your supernatural powers when necessary. I don't have them. But if you hang around people.
And the next thing McMichael says in the class, and when you do, you will not tell them.
Well, one of the cool things, and one of the things that gives you confidence that this path is right, is that when you hang out in groups like this, you see people that can do things that are extraordinary. And I've seen it not just in our group, but other monks, and then it's clear there's no way that our consciousness is being produced by our brain. And there's no way you see people do things that wouldn't be possible if that were the case. And then forever after that, you're like, well, like you see scientists argue from the perspective of consciousness being produced like a result of your brain. And like, you're wrong. So anyway, but failing to use supernatural powers when necessary.
I also don't have supernatural powers. And you may think that it does not relate to you if you don't have, but things can happen. So here, what it says, when the time will come, you have to use it. Exactly because you're not supposed to talk about it. Bodhisattva vows, they will give you with the time, these superpowers, right? And because you want to take care of other people so much, so desperately, right? You will be able to do something cool. And if you will serve other people.
Well, and I think
you will not talk about it, right?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people talk about, oh, well, are they supernatural? Well, if you're if you're looking at the world from an ordinary human perspective, but it's like if you understand emptiness, well, it's just because we have a very limited set of abilities as a human, right? We're experiencing time in a linear fashion as a function of our karma, but you don't have to experience it like that. Like as your awareness of emptiness grows, your ability to experience time changes, and your ability, like when you realize, okay, well, like what does it mean to be Bill, or what does it mean to have a self, right? And then as your idea of that expands, then your consciousness can go places that it wouldn't go otherwise. I remember talking with somebody once, and I said, oh, well, we were talking about the ability to read other people's minds, and they said, well, if everything's a projection of your mind, it's crazy that you can't read their minds, right? Like, why wouldn't you be able to read somebody else's minds? And then you see people who can, right? Like they can see you at a distance. They know exactly what you're thinking, like exactly, like every thought. And so, yeah, well, it's they call it supernatural, but it only appears supernatural because we have a limited understanding of emptiness. So,
Or like future, what is your future? A sequence of your seeds, right? Don't you have already those seeds? Then why you're not aware of the seeds that will be ripening? This is not normal, actually.
yeah, well, and like if a Buddha can see all three times, the past, present, and future in a single moment, then, and their mind has the same emptiness your mind does, that my mind does. And so then, it's possible. And then you see people, they'll have an intuition for the future, and you see people, they don't even know where it's coming from because it's a result from a previous life, but people will, like, I'm going to invest my money here because I have a feeling things are going to go that way, so it's not supernatural, but it's, they have an intuition. So anyway.
So by this vow, briefly, you are prohibited from telling other people you have supernatural powers, right? Because there is an exception. And there's an exception when the time is right, like you should save somebody. And by the way, the reason why they do not talk about their supernatural power, if this is the only thing that will convince a student, then he or she is shaky to begin with, right? I mean, should not be supernatural stuff that convince, should be logic.
And so, and then, you see in the New Testament, Jesus doing miracles. Every single one of them comes as a result of him understanding emptiness, and cause and effect. And so that's why it's really obvious that he had not just had the direct perception of emptiness, but was a very, if not fully enlightened, a very high level bodhisattva who would gain the ability to do things like heal the sick or disappear from a crowd, or there's examples of him, like he meets this lady at the well and he's able to tell her intimate details about her past life that shocks people. He can see the future. He knows when he goes into Jerusalem, he's be nailed to the cross. All of these things result from having had a deep understanding, the direct perception of emptiness, and deep understanding. So it's the miracles. Modern Christians don't know what to do with it mostly, but it's logical. It makes sense.
I cannot walk on water.
Yeah, okay.
But theoretically, I know that if you understand the Chin Chedrak that we will study in ACI 13, quality and characteristics of the quality, and you understand how you create something wet and fluid, and you understand how you can transform it into something solid and stable, then you can walk on water.
Right. So anyway, the supernatural power vow, it's in there for a reason, right? Like they're not crazy. It's a clue, and I'm not saying you have to accept it, but it's a clue that, okay, maybe they're aware of something that was more than conventional. All right, how are we doing?
Great. Next.
We got, but by how we're doing, I mean, okay, we got that much.
Name any of the 9 additional offenses. Are we there? Or we still have etc.
No, that was so we're on.
We did the vows.
Yep.
Congratulations. That's not it. Also some additional stuff. Etc. offenses against the wish for enlightenment. Yeah, I think that's it. Great. So I guess we should name all of them, right?
Sure.
and there are 9 of them. And there will be black and white deeds, and then we will be done. So I will name all of them, okay? First, why we added? Because they are additional offenses against the wish for enlightenment in the form of prayer. So when we act against thinking like a bodhisattva. First, failing to support those whom it would be proper to support with Dharma teachings. Second, failing to support those whom it would be proper to support with material help. C, failing to let go of anger about something someone has done to hurt you. That was important for me, like for everybody who's prone to resentment, that's your vow. You have to let go, even somebody hurt you directly. 4, discriminating between people by liking some and disliking others. Very difficult, because some of them are pleasant and some of them are ugly. And some of them are stupid. Oh my goodness, what to do? Amnestia to everybody. If you want to be a bodhisattva, you have to forgive everybody, including yourself. Bill calls them broken rabbits.
Yeah. Slomany Zajik.
Yeah, broken rabbits. Everybody is nice, but a little bit wounded. 5, failing to take yourself to a holy lama. That's important, right? And interesting, here the whole course speeds up and the book speeds up, McMichael speeds up, just one line, boom, boom, boom. So take it or leave it. Giving up, 6, giving up practice of going to Dharma classes and studying at home. So you don't go to classes, you don't study, you break the vow. Giving up the practice of contemplating what you have learned and studied. So you do not put your mind to reflect how you do it practically in your life, you don't try to implement it, you don't meditate. Using clothing or places or food or money without having the wish for enlightenment in your mind. That's an important one. Try to habituate yourself to get used to a thought that anything you use is for every living being. Like you dress up, it's not for you, it's not for your ego, it's because you need clothes. Like would be a shame to do a class naked, right? So I need to be dressed up nicely or to make up nicely, for you, for other living beings, not for myself. And you're getting into a habit to, instead of spending your precious karma of being a human being, then you can overcome this overspending, right? By creating even more good seeds this way. Same food, same when you go somewhere. Dedicate every trip you undertake. And the last one is engaging in any virtuous activity without thinking about helping every living being. Those 9 are beautiful, I think.
Just a couple comments. Failing to go to a teacher and thinking you can just sit at home and study. I've been around long enough now that I've seen people usually academically inclined, and they'll take a piece from here and a piece from there, and that they kind of put together some kind of patchwork philosophy where they picked a piece from a dozen different traditions and came up with their own personal worldview. Well, there will be bits and pieces of it that make sense, but if it's not, there's a whole path, right? From the beginning to fully enlightened. And if you're just taking you know, a piece of the map here and a piece of the map there and a piece. You're not going to have a clear picture of the whole. And so there'll be interesting things. Oh, yeah, is that piece interesting? Yeah, but it's not going to get you to the goal. And you'll see people, they'll show up and they might have a small group of students and then it ended up dying. I've seen it repeatedly, not making it. And there's a reason why this tradition has lasted for 2,500 years. And you need help. You need a guide to get you through it, because there really is like a real clear, coherent path from the beginning to the end. And you're not going to find it. It just
Yeah, and I mean, we're doing probably a pretty good job. With our studying, because you have so many opportunities to study now. Just please don't go everywhere.
No.
Try to stick to the same teachers as much as you can. I mean, at the very least, McMichael has the knowledge base, right? You cannot buy something that he sells. Like, go to the knowledge base and take some course there. I mean, we already are finishing ACI 7, and we have so many things. I mean, there's a lot of material available. If you don't know where to go, please ask your group leaders in this course, and they will help you. Okay, the last question. Basically, those et ceteras were not to be a consumer of your good karma. 4 black deeds and 4 white deeds?
Sure, 4 black deeds, 4 white deeds, knowingly deceiving your lama. Well, I mean, that's hilarious. If people
can be crazy.
It's just insane. Geshe Michael knows what you're doing, honestly. I mean, I've seen it time and again. So like trying to deceive them, it's like you know, like when you get like a little baby, you know, and they're trying to hide something, you know, or like their mouth has got like chocolate all over it, you know, and did you eat that chocolate bar? You know, I didn't eat it, you know, who ate it? The dog ate it, you know. So you know, basically, if you're trying to deceive somebody at the level of Geshe Michael, you know, you're a 2-year-old with the chocolate on your face, right? So just forget it. You know, mom knew before she ever asked who did it. So no, that's a silly. Don't lie. Everybody knows anyway.
And there is an antidote, right?
Yeah. The antidote, never speaking a lie to any being, even in jest. And so, I don't know, can you tell a joke? You know, you could tell a joke, but a lie is when you're intentionally trying to create an impression in somebody else's mind that's different than your own, right? So you could say a truth, but if it creates a wrong impression in somebody else's mind, then it's still a lie. So, you know, like, anyway.
So the second one is there are 4 pairs here, like bad deed and the antidote. The black deed is to cause a person to regret a virtuous deed they have done. Boy, that will be for some of you your nightmare, because you will be cleaning it again and again, especially people who like to criticize, because it's a bad deed to make another person to regret about something that they were thinking they have done correctly or with good intentions. You should think how to phrase, how to talk to other people. They have to be happy after they talk to you. And the antidote will be bring other people to strive for the bodhisattva ideal of total enlightenment.
All right, number 3, saying something unpleasant to a bodhisattva out of anger. Yeah, you won't like the results of this. I mean, I've said, like, particularly like the further you go on, your teacher becomes a very powerful karmic object for you. And then, boy, getting angry at them Like if you start doubting cause and effect, you can test it out with this. You can get angry at your teacher and see if the result comes back quickly. I mean, I've seen people really, really hurt themselves with this. And I've seen the results myself, at times when I've lost my temper with my teachers. It'll come back, it'll hurt you. And then this is equivalent to like the Christian saying, right? Well, be careful how you treat other people because you never know when you're entertaining an angel. And so the same idea as in Christianity. Just be careful. Okay, and here we go. The antidote, see the purity. Yeah, well, that's just like the Christian statement. They might be an angel in disguise and you don't know it. So be careful how you treat them. And then, oh yeah, this is great. All of it. Always think that there's something deeper going on.
Yeah, and you can tell who is the Bodhisattva. Anybody can be one.
And then see all beings as the teacher. Again, not just crazy Buddhism, but like a major concept in Christianity.
Yeah. The last one is when you are dishonest, you receive other beings with a bad motivation, devious, very much non-bodhisattva behavior, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the antidote will be to maintain total honesty and be straightforward with anybody you meet. Because you're responsible, you have personal responsibility for their enlightenment. And we have one very painful question in the chart. My son, I think we have to answer the question and then we will do a very quick coffee meditation.
We got to stop in 3 minutes.
My son stole goods from a store 300 hryvnias short of criminal charges. I'm his only adult guardian and social services were arguing that I could have gone to prison in addition to a suspended sentence. He's been stealing for 5 years now. What should I do to quickly remedy the situation?
Well, you're better with that stuff. I don't know. That one caught me off guard.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's such a painful situation. I need more time to think about it. But I really wanted, I heard pain and I really wanted to read out loud for Bill because he also, I know he will find a very good remedy. Come tomorrow, we will start with this one. Okay, we need time to think about it because it does not look like it's an easy situation. We need time. Mm-hmm. Okay, and
we got to stop before Yeshua starts.
You can dedicate your class that you just heard, and I guess you are a volunteer also to your son. I think that will be a good start to begin with. Close your eyes. Think about the fact that for 1 hour and a half, you were studying Bodhisattva vows. And think again about this beautiful picture. What will happen to you if you will really plant and ripen these beautiful seeds? And give all these seeds away to every living being. Because this is how you will get even more. That's it. Thank you everybody very much, and see you tomorrow, same time.
And
same time tomorrow.
Go listen to Geshe Michael's mixed up class.
Yeah. Schwanz and Tower.
And enjoy your 60-second break.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.